SpongeBob SquarePants, ambitious fry cook at Bikini Bottom's #1 fast food restaurant, happy inhabitant of a submerged pineapple, best friend of Starfish Patrick, and protagonist of a TV series and several movies. Now, SpongeBob is overconfident, hyperactive, and very, very childish. A strange choice for a video about leadership, you might think. Well, let's find out together. And with that, hi folks, my name's LJ and I'm that leadership guy. On this channel, we analyze fictional characters every week, trying to find things to learn from them, both in terms of leadership and for our everyday lives. As I said in the intro, SpongeBob might not be the first character that comes to mind in a leadership context, but when we look at the mind behind the fun-loving facade, we see a quite clever and selfless guy with a very good heart. He is determined, passionate, and very ambitious, and no matter which problem he has to face, SpongeBob goes through great lengths to find a solution. I think now he's starting to sound a little bit more like leadership material, doesn't he? However, what I want to talk about today is his most notable quality, namely positivity. And I know that he actually has a song on this one, but as I'm not willing to test YouTube's determination concerning copyright claims, I will skip this for now. Instead, I want to take this moment to do a little detour into theory. Behavioral scientist Fred Luthans and some of his fellow researchers have identified 4 components of leadership positivity. Confidence, to succeed at challenging tasks. Hope, enabling you to believe in your goals even when it's tough sometimes. Optimism and resiliency. This latter one is another core characteristic modern leaders should definitely possess, and we will certainly look at it in greater detail in the future. So please leave a subscription if you don't want to miss out on that one. For now, it's only important to understand that resiliency means the ability to persevere even under extreme stress and maybe even bouncing back stronger than before once you overcome whatever problem stands between you and your goals. To be honest, SpongeBob displays a great lot of perseverance in many episodes of the series, but I think he's not the most shining example in terms of resiliency. Now, you might be asking, why would a leader care for positivity in the first place? Well, there are several studies on this very issue, but I want to highlight the findings of one conducted by James Avey and his colleagues in 2011. Mainly because I'm kind of lazy and it was the first one to show up when I was searching for positivity in leadership, but all joking aside, it's quite useful. Avey found that leader positivity has a strong effect on follower positivity. That in itself is not that surprising, as research has always suggested that leaders are emulated throughout their respective organizations. The question that comes to mind now would be somewhat along the lines of, okay, I get it, positive leaders mean positive followers, but so what? Avey's study implied that participants who reported higher levels of positive psychological capital, just a fancy term researchers use when they mean they were in a positive mood, actually provided more solutions and more original solutions for the tasks they were given in the study than those in a negative state of mind. In other words, a positive attitude positively affects your problem-solving ability, your creativity, and in the best case, your overall performance. And this, I'm pretty sure, is something leaders should care about. By the way, the same researchers found in 2007 that positivity, in particular as part of transformational leadership, which you might remember from the video last week, increases the feeling of empowerment, which in turn reduces negativity and cynicism in the organization. So you see, positivity does matter. The question that remains is positivity something we can learn? How do we exude positivity? Now that, my friends, is where SpongeBob comes into play. First, let's see how he starts his typical workday.
Hey, Gary! Why is this the best day ever, you ask? Because, Gary, I get to start this wonderful day bringing life to a whole new generation of delicious Krabby Patties.
Have you ever heard of the phrase, smile and the world smiles back at you? Well, in a 2022 Forbes article on positivity, executive consultant Bill Stoffer called this setting the weather. The idea behind it is that it doesn't matter whether the sun shines or rain comes pouring down. As Stoffer puts it, if you commit to a sunny day, the sun will likely shine for you and your followers. SpongeBob is the perfect example for this kind of attitude. Whatever life throws at him, be it a grumpy neighbor, a kind of dim-witted best friend who thinks he knows everything better, angry customers, or a greedy boss, SpongeBob remains upbeat and optimistic.
New business hours, 6 a.m. to 11 p.m.
What? That is totally unfair!
Squidward's right. That's totally unfair. Couldn't we get to work earlier than 6 a.m.? Like 5:30 a.m. or 5 a.m. or 4 a.m. or...
Zip it! As of now, the Krusty Krab is open 24 hours!
Did you hear that, Squidward? We get to keep working and working and working without ever having to go home. I gotta pinch myself because I must be dreaming.
Another way to foster positivity is improving how you deal with problems. If you've ever done a leadership training, chances are you've been taught not to talk about problems, but about challenges, which at first glance might sound like a stupid little mind trick right out of Psychology for Dummies. The idea behind it is to get you in the right mindset to consider problems as opportunities to grow and go new ways, rather than as roadblocks on your path to success. In the episode Graveyard Shift, SpongeBob sees the upsides of working at a late hour and seizes the opportunity.
Isn't this great, Squidward? There's never time to wash the ceiling during the day.
Open 24 hours a day. What a stupid idea!
Now, this is the right time to talk about work itself. Not only is Monday SpongeBob's favorite day of the week, of course it is, but he also makes every day at work a fun day. To be honest, I'm somewhat of a childish nature myself, and I stand by it. If you spend a lifetime in the same place, doing the same job with the same people, you might as well have some fun along the way. As long as you're good at what you're doing, your boss probably won't mind. And make no mistake, fun and excellence are not mutually exclusive. Despite his childish behavior, SpongeBob is extremely ambitious and excels at his job. One last point I want to highlight for more positivity in your life: don't let yourself get dragged down by things beyond your control. Now, I have shown why I think that SpongeBob is not the best example for resiliency, but there is no doubt about his determination and perseverance. In the episode Pizza Delivery, he has to perform a task which is not in his job description as a fry cook, while dealing with a malfunctioning vehicle, blizzards, and grumpy old Squidward, all the while being determined to deliver a pizza to his customer, offering the best possible service. He just keeps his positive mood, and despite facing all of those adversities that are beyond his control, he is focused on the job at hand.
We're really making history here, Squidward. That lucky customer is gonna get the first Krabby Patty pizza ever!
How can it get any worse?
Well, we can still deliver it on foot.
Will you let go of that stupid pizza already?
I can't! It's for the customer!
Who cares about the customer?
I do!
Well, I don't!
Squidward.
Of course, it is worth noting at that point that perseverance and positivity in general can only take you so far. They are important contributors to success, but no guarantee, as we see at the end of the pizza delivery episode.
I can't wait to see the look on our customer's face.
Yeah?
Congratulations, sir. Your Krabby Patty Pizza is here.
Where's my drink?
What drink?
My drink? My Diet Dr. Kelp? Don't tell me you forgot my drink!
But you didn't order any.
How am I supposed to eat this pizza without my drink? Didn't you ever once think of the customer? You call yourself a delivery boy? Well, I ain't buying!
As you see, even from a weird and childish character such as SpongeBob, we can learn quite some things for leadership and everyday life. To sum it up, positivity is a key factor in leader and follower success. It can lead to better results, more creativity in problem solving, and less negativity in the workplace. Also, set the weather. Yes, you cannot always just decide to be in a good mood, but there's no point in not trying. Have fun in what you're doing. If not, ask yourself why you're not having fun and whether there's anything you can do to change that. After all, you only have that one life and you're certainly entitled to enjoy yourself. Lastly, understand that you can only control what's in your control. Accept the things beyond your control and, to quote the AA, be wise enough to know the difference. So, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If so, please consider leaving a subscription, which really helps a great deal keeping me positive, and I would be happy to welcome you back next week. Until then, have fun in whatever you do.